अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मोहम्मद ज़फीर इस्लाम और कनकोडिया कॉलेज आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर। हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल ज़फीर मैथ को सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा और दूसरों के साथ शेयर कीजिएगा। औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम। बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। मोहम्मद ज़फीर इस्लाम, Head of Department Mathematics, Concordia College, DHA Campus, Islamabad. Please like, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel with others so that they can learn mathematics very easily. Mathematics is a very easy subject, but people have made it very difficult for you. After this video, you will see that mathematics is not a difficult subject; it's easy subject. Knowledge sharing is a virtue, so you must share with others so that you can be a part of that. And if you will share this video, I will have motivation and you will get more videos like this. Now I am going to start FSE 2 chapter 1. Chapter name is function and limits, exercise 1.1. The question number 6 is stone fall from a height of 6 meter on the ground. The height h after x second is approximately given by a function h of x is equal to 40 minus 10x square. Here is a function h of x is equal to 40 minus 10x square. He is asking the height at x is equal to 1 second, and part B x is equal to 1.5 second, and part C x is equal to 1.7 second. Part 1 has A, B and C part, so we are going to simplify the first part and its A part. Here is a function h of x, that is 40 minus 10x square. As we have to find the height at x equal to 1, so we will put x equal to 1 in the given function as h of x, so we will put x equal to 1, so it will become h of 1 is equal to 40 minus 10x square. So we'll write 40 minus 10, and in place of x we will put 1, so it will be 1 square. And now we have to simplify. 10 into 1 square, that is 10, so 40 minus 10, that is 30. So height at 1 second is 30 meter. Now we will simplify the second part, part B. We have to find the height at x equal to 1.5 second, so write h of 1.5 is equal to 40 minus 10x square, so we'll write 40 minus 10. In place of x we'll put 1.5, so 40 minus 10 into 1.5 square will be written. Now we have to simplify it. 1.5 square is 2.25, so 40 minus 10 into 2.5 will write. Now we have to simplify it. If we will multiply 10 into 2.25, that will be 22.5, and 40 minus 22.5, that is 17.5 meters. So at 1.5 second the height is 17.5 meter. Now we have to find the height at x is equal to 1.7, so we'll put x is equal to 1.7, so we'll write 40 minus 10 into 1.7 whole square. Now we have to simplify it. 1.7 whole square, that is 2.89, and we will write 40 minus 10 into 2.89. Now we have to simplify it. 40 minus 10 into 2.5, that is 28.9, so 40 minus 28.9, that is 11.1 meter. So height at x equal to 1.7 second is 11.1 meter. Now we will simplify the part 2. When the stone strikes the ground, as you know that when stone strikes the ground, height will be 0. So we will write h of x was 40 minus 10x square, and it is equal to 0. So 40 minus 10x square is equal to 0, or 0 minus 40, 0, 0 is equal to 40 minus 10x square we can write. We have to find the value of x, so 40 minus 10x square is negative on the right hand side, so it will become positive on the right hand side. And now we have to find the value of x, so 10 will be divided on the right hand side, and 40 divided by 10, that is equal to 4, so x square is equal to 4. Now we have to find the value of x, so we will take square root. If we will take square root, then we will take positive and negative sign with square root, and square root of 4, that is 2. We have the sign of positive and negative because power of x is 2, that is we have two values, but time cannot be negative, so we will write x is equal to 2. As time cannot be negative, so we'll ignore the negative sign and we will write x is equal to 2 seconds. Now as he said that when stone strikes the ground, so we say that at 2 seconds the stone strikes the ground. Now the next part is question number 7. Show that parametric equations x is equal to 80 square and y is equal to 80 represent the parabola. So first of all, I will tell you the parametric equations. If two equations have one variable same, it is called parameter, and these equations are called parameter. As you see that t is common in two equations, so it is parameter, and these equations are called parametric equations. As there is variable theta in the next part is same, so theta is parameter and these equations are called parametric equations. In part 3 there is theta which is common in two equations, so theta is parameter and these equations are called parametric equations. There are two methods. People make it very difficult, but I am going to solve you a very easy method. As we have equation and we have the value of x and y, so we'll put the value of x and y in this equation. It will be very easy, but people have a different technique. 99% people use this, which is very difficult. You have to learn by heart, and in 3 parts you have to learn 3 different techniques, and it will be difficult for students. If you will not learn by heart, you will do mistake in the exam. But as I told you that we will put these value in this equation, it will be very easy, and in all 3 parts I will do the same procedure. So here we have equation y square is equal to 4ax, and we have value x is equal to 80 square and y is equal to 280. So we'll put the value of x and y in this equation. Value of y is 280, so we'll write 280 whole square and is equal to 4a, and the value of x is 80 square. Now we have to simplify it, as it is 280 whole square, so square of 2 is 4 and square of a is a square and square of t is t square. If you will multiply 4a with 80 square, the answer will be 4a square t square. Left hand side is equal to right hand side, so these equation represents parabola. If left hand side is not equal to right hand side, then these equations will not represent parabola, hyperbola, ellipse, any type which is asking about. Now we will simplify the next part, that is x is equal to a cos theta and y is equal to b sin theta represents the ellipse. We will discuss parabola, ellipse and hyperbola in conic section, that is conic section 2 in chapter 6. Parabola has 4 shapes, ellipse has 2 shapes and hyperbola has 2 shapes. We will discuss in detail in chapter 6. We have concern in this exercise that we have to show that the parametric equations represents ellipse in this part. So as I told you in the first part, we have to put the value of x and y in this equation. The procedure will be same. As it is x square, so we will write a cos theta whole square divided by a square plus value of y is b sin theta, so we will write b sin theta whole square divided by b square is equal to 1. Now we have to simplify it. As a cos theta whole square, so we will write a square cos square theta and divided by a square plus as b sin theta whole square, so we will write b square sin square theta divided by b square is equal to 1. Now a square will be cancelled with a square and b square will be cancelled with b square. So after simplification we have cos k theta plus sin k theta is equal to 1. As you know that cos k theta plus sin k theta is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to 1. And again here left hand side is equal to right hand side. So x is equal to a cos theta, y is equal to b sin theta represents ellipse. If left hand side is not equal to right hand side, then these parametric equations will not represent ellipse. Now we will simplify the third part, that is x is equal to a secant theta and y is equal to b tangent theta, and we have to show that these equations represent hyperbola. Procedure is same, that we have to put the value of x and y in this equation. As it is x square, so we write a secant theta whole square divided by a square. There is sign of minus, so we write the sign of minus, and there is y square, so value of y is b tangent theta, so we will write b tangent theta whole square divided by b square is equal to 1. Now we have to simplify it, as it is a secant theta whole square, so we will write a square secant square theta divided by a square. There is sign of minus, b tangent theta whole square, so we will write b square tangent square theta divided by b square. After this, a square will be cancelled with a square and b square will be cancelled with b square. After the simplification, we have secant square theta minus tangent square theta is equal to 1, and the formula of secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. There is minus tan square theta, so we will write minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Now we have to simplify it. Tan square theta will be cancelled with tan square theta, as there is opposite sign, so we will cancel these values. So after cancellation, 1 is equal to 1, left hand side is equal to right hand side. Again, as left hand side is equal to right hand side, so these parametric equations x is equal to a secant theta and y is equal to b tangent theta represents hyperbola. Now we will simplify the next question, question number 8. Prove that the identities sin hyperbolic 2x is equal to 2 sin hyperbolic x cos hyperbolic x. First of all, you have trigonometric function sin x, cos x, tangent x, secant x, cosecant x and cot x. If there is a symbol h after these trigonometric functions, it will be read as hyperbolic functions. As it is sin, h mean hyperbolic, x sin hyperbolic x, and there is cos. After cos, here is symbol h, so we will read cos hyperbolic x. And there is a technique, very easy technique I will tell you. After this technique, you will see that formula is very easy. People have made it very difficult for you. You see that there is a sign of plus between e power x and e power minus x. As you know that in English there is a letter C come first, and in mathematics plus sign comes first. To formula of cos hyperbolic x is equal to e power x plus e power minus x divided by 2. The difference is in the formula of cos hyperbolic x and sin hyperbolic x is only it is sign of plus between e power x and e power minus x, and here is minus sign between e power x minus e power minus x, and divided by 2 is same in the formula. In English, you know that after C there is S, and in mathematics after plus there is minus. So sine hyperbolic formula is equal to e power x minus e power minus x divided by 2. That is technique how you learn this formula. Now we have to simplify the first part, as it is sine hyperbolic 2x is equal to 2 sine hyperbolic x cos hyperbolic x. We will take right hand side, people take left hand side, which is very difficult for you, as there are two functions on the right hand side. So it will be easy to take two functions and make one function. If you will take one function and make two functions, it will be difficult for you. As the formula of sine hyperbolic x is e power x minus e power minus x divided by 2, so we will put the value of sine hyperbolic x, and value of cos hyperbolic x is e power x plus e power minus x divided by 2. So we have put the value of sine hyperbolic x and cos x, cos hyperbolic x. Now we have to simplify. 2 will be cancelled with 2. After that, e power x, and here is e power x, we will call it as a. E power minus x, and here is e power minus x, we will call as b. So a minus b, a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. If we will take square of e power x, that will be e power 2x, and if we will take the square of e power minus x, that is e power minus 2x. Formula of a minus b, a plus b is equal to a square minus b square is applied, and after this cutting of 2 and 2, only 2 will remain. So e power 2x minus e power minus 2x divided by 2, that is the formula of sine hyperbolic 2x. As power is 2x and minus 2x, so it is the formula e power 2x minus e power minus 2x divided by 2 is sine hyperbolic 2x. If there is e power 3x minus e power minus 3x divided by 2, the formula will be sine hyperbolic 3x. If there is e power 4x minus e power minus 4x divided by 2, the formula will be sine hyperbolic 4x. Whatever the power, that is first power is plus and second is negative, the formula of that will be sine hyperbolic that power. Now we will simplify the second part, that is secant hyperbolic square x is equal to 1 minus tan hyperbolic square x. Formula of tangent hyperbolic x, that is sine hyperbolic x divided by cos hyperbolic x, and you know that formula of sine hyperbolic x is e power x minus e power minus x divided by 2, and the formula of cos hyperbolic x was e power x plus e power minus x divided by 2. Divisor will be cut, and after the cancellation, we have the formula of tangent hyperbolic x is e power x minus e power minus x divided by e power x plus e power minus x. As we have tangent hyperbolic scale, so we will write e power x minus e power minus x divided by e power x plus e power minus x whole scale, and before that here is 1 minus, so we'll write 1 minus. Now we have to simplify it, as it is e power x minus e power minus x divided by e power x plus e power minus x whole square. So we'll write e power x minus e power minus x whole square divided by e power x plus e power minus x whole square. And before that we have 1 minus, we will write 1 minus. Now we will take the LCM. You know that the LCM procedure, that e power x plus e power minus x whole square will be multiplied with 1. After multiplication we have e power x plus e power minus x whole square, and e power x minus e power minus x whole square will be written same, and there is sign of minus between these values. We will put the sign of negative between them, and divided by e power x plus e power minus x whole square will be written same. You can open the formula of a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square, but sometimes people or student can do a mistake just taking easy, that a plus b whole square. Sometimes student write a square plus b square, they do not write plus 2ab, and it will be a mistake for you. But if you use the formula a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square, that is equal to 4ab, in this procedure you will be a short solution. And now we will use this formula, and we will compare this with numerator. Numerator is e power x plus e power minus x whole squared minus e power minus x. E power x e power minus x whole square is equal to 4 e power x e power minus x. Here is e power x and e power x. We will call it as a. E power minus x, here is e power minus x. We will take it as b. So we will put the value of a and b on the right hand side. Value of a and b are e power x and e power minus x. As power is same, so plus x and minus x will be cancelled, and e power 0 x, e power 0 will be there, and e power 0 is equal to 1. So we have 4 left, that is the value of e power x plus e power minus x whole square minus e power x minus e power minus x whole square. The value of e power x plus e power minus x whole square minus e power x minus e power minus x whole square is 4. So we will put the value here, 4, its value is 4, so we will put the value is equal to 4 and divided by e power x plus e power minus x whole square will be written same. Now we have to simplify it. We can write 4 as 2 square, so it will be written as 2 divided by e power x plus e power minus x whole square, and this is the formula of secant hyperbolic square x, because it is reciprocal of cos hyperbolic x, that was e power x plus e power minus x divided by 2, and it is reciprocal of cos hyperbolic x, that is 2 divided by e power x plus e power minus x. So it is formula of secant hyperbolic x. So we will write secant hyperbolic square x as there is whole square. Secant hyperbolic x whole square can be written as secant hyperbolic square x. Now we will simplify the next question, that is cosecant hyperbolic square x is equal to cot hyperbolic square x minus 1. Cot hyperbolic x is equal to e power x plus e power minus x divided by e power x minus e power minus x, because it is reciprocal of tangent hyperbolic x, as I've told the formula of tangent hyperbolic x in the last question. So it is reciprocal of that, and here is square, so write whole square e power x plus e power minus x divided by e power x minus e power minus x whole square, and there is minus 1, so we'll write minus 1. As it is whole square, so we will write e power x plus e power minus x whole square divided by e power x plus e power minus x whole square, and here is minus 1, so we will write minus 1. Now we have to simplify it. We will take LCM, and in LCM, as in the last part, we will multiply e power x minus e power minus x whole square with minus 1. So we can write e power x minus e power minus x whole square, and here is e power x plus e power minus x whole square, so we will write e power x plus e power minus x whole square, and here is sign of minus between these values, so we will write minus sign and divided by e power x minus e power minus x whole square, so we will write it as same e power x minus e power minus x whole square. As in the last question, we have used this formula a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square is equal to 4ab. So we will use again this formula. We will compare this formula with numerator e power x plus e power minus x whole square minus e power x minus e power minus x whole square. So if we compare this formula with numerator, the value of a is e power x and value of b is e power minus x. So we'll put the value of a and b, that is e power x and e power minus x. As power is same, base is same, so power will be added, and after the addition plus x minus x will be cancelled, and e power 0 we have, and e power 0 that is equal to 1. So answer of e power x plus e power minus x whole square minus e power x minus e power minus x whole square is equal to 4. So we will put the value of e power x plus e power minus x whole square minus e power x minus e power minus x whole square is equal to 4, and divided by e power x minus e power minus x whole square will be written same. We can write 4 as 2 square, so we will write 4 divided by e power x minus e power minus x whole square as 2 divided by e power x minus e power minus x whole square, and this is the formula of cosecant hyperbolic x. As this is reciprocal of sine hyperbolic x, and sine hyperbolic x formula was e power x minus e power minus x divided by 2, and it is reciprocal of that, that is 2 divided by e power x minus e power minus x. So we will write cosecant hyperbolic square x as there is whole square, and we can write cosecant hyperbolic x whole square is equal to cosecant hyperbolic square x. So it is left hand side. Now we will start the next question, that is question number 9. Determine whether the given function f is even or odd. If we have to check whether the function is even or odd, we will put x is equal to minus x in the given function. Here is f of x is equal to x cube plus x. As I told you that if we have to check whether the function is even or odd, we will put x is equal to minus x. So we will write x cube as minus x whole cube, as we put x is equal to minus x, and there is a sign of plus, we will write the plus sign, and here is x, we will write x is equal to minus x, so it will be written as minus x. Now we have to simplify it. As there is sign of negative and whole power is odd, so minus x whole cube will be written as minus x cube, and plus into minus we will write minus x. We can take negative sign from these two terms. After taking negative sign common, we have x cube plus x, and outside the bracket there is a sign of negative. As you see that x cube plus x, and here is x cube plus x, and it was the value of f of x, so we'll write x cube plus x is equal to f of x, and there is sign of negative. If f of x is equal to minus f of x will be odd function. If f of x is equal to minus f of x, it will be odd function. Now we will simplify the next part. That is, a function f of x is equal to x plus 2 whole square. As I told in the first part that we will put x is equal to minus x if we have to check whether the function is even or odd. So we'll write x is equal to minus x. So we will write f of minus x, as there is x and we have to put x equal to minus x, so we will write minus x, and after that there is plus 2, we will write plus 2, and there is whole square, so we will write whole square. Now we will simplify it, as there are two positive terms and here is one negative term and one positive term. So if we'll take negative common or not, it will not become this function, as in the given function two terms are positive and here is one term is negative and second term is positive, so we cannot make both terms positive. One term will be positive and second will be negative, or first will be negative and second will be positive, but both terms cannot be positive. So it is not a equal to given function, that is f of x. If f of minus x is not equal to f of x, then the function is neither even function nor odd function. Now we will simplify the third part. Third part is f of x is equal to x square root x square plus 5. As we have to check whether the function is even or odd, so we will put x equal to minus x. So we will write f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. Minus f of minus x is equal to, in place of x we have to put minus x, so we'll write minus x, and is square root, so we'll put square root, and in square root there is x square, we have to put x equal to minus x, so we'll write minus x whole square, and after that there is plus 5, we'll write plus 5. Now we have to simplify it. Minus x will be written same, and minus x whole square will be plus whole square of x, because if we have a negative sign and power is even, so answer will be plus x square, and there is plus 5, we will write plus 5. As you see that x square root x square plus 5, which is equal to f of x in the given function, and here is sign of negative, so it will become minus f of x. As I told you in the first part, if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, the function will be odd, so it is odd function. Now we will simplify the part number 4, that is f of x is equal to x minus 1 divided by x plus 1. We have to put x equal to minus x, so it will be written as f of minus x. In place of x we will put minus x, there is minus 1, so we'll write minus 1 divided by, here is x, we will write x equal to minus x, and there is plus 1, so we'll write plus 1. If we will take negative common from these two terms, inside the bracket both terms will be positive, so minus bracket start x plus 1 bracket close will be written, and in the denominator there is minus x, so we'll take minus x minus common, so sign will be changed, so we'll write minus bracket start minus x minus 1 bracket close. Now minus and minus will be cancelled, and after cancellation we have x plus 1 divided by x minus 1, which is not equal to given function at, as the given function is x minus 1 divided by x plus 1. Here is a reciprocal of the given question, but it is not equal to given question. So f of x is not equal to f of x with plus or negative. So it is neither even function nor odd function, as in Part 2 we have done. Now we will simplify the part number 5, that is f of x is equal to x power 2 by 3 plus 6. We will put x equal to minus x. I have told in 4 parts. If we have to check whether the function is even or odd, we have to put x equal to minus x. So we'll write f of minus x is equal to, there is x power 2 by 3 and we have to write x equal to minus x, so we will write minus x whole power 2 by 3, there is plus 6, we will write plus 6. As there is fractional power, so we cannot simplify it, so we'll break the fraction. 2 by 3, that is equal to 2 into 1 by 3, so we can simplify it. So we'll write minus x whole square whole power 1 by 3 plus 6 will be written same. As there is sign of negative and we have a even power, so answer will be x square, and there is whole power 1 by 3, so we'll write whole power 1 by 3, there is plus 6, so we'll write plus 6. As there is power of power, so power will be multiplied. If we will multiply 2 with 1 by 3, the answer will be 2 by 3, and we will write x power 2 by 3 plus 6, which is equal to f of x. As there is positive sign, it is not necessary to put positive sign. F of minus x is equal to positive of x, so f of x is an even function. If f of minus x, if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x is odd function, as I've told in first and third part. And if f of minus x is equal to f of x, it will be odd function. And if f of minus x is not equal to f of x with positive or negative sign, the function will neither be even function nor odd function. Now we have to simplify the last part, that is part 6. Function is f of x is equal to x power 3 minus x divided by x square plus 1. I have told in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth and fifth part that if we have to check whether the function is even or odd, we have to put x equal to minus x. So we will write f of minus x is x cube, and we have to put x equal to minus x, so we will write minus x whole cube. There is sign of minus, so we will write minus sign. There is x, we have to put x equal to minus x, so we will write minus x inside the bracket and divided by, here is x square, so we'll put x equal to minus x, so we'll write minus x whole square. There is plus 1, so we'll write plus 1. After that, here is negative sign and power is odd, so minus x whole cube will be minus x cube. There is minus into minus, we will write plus, and there is x, we will write x divided by minus x whole square. As there is negative sign and whole power is even, so minus x whole square is equal to x square, and there is plus 1, so we'll write plus 1. If we'll take negative sign common from the two terms in the numerator, so sign will be changed inside the bracket. So if we'll take minus sign common, the answer will be x cube minus x and divided by x square plus 1 will be written same. As you see that in the given function x cube minus x divided by x square plus 1, and we have x cube minus x divided by x square plus 1, but there is a negative sign. So as it is the given question, so write minus f of x. As I told you that if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, the function will be odd function. We have done in the first, third, and now in the part number 6. F of minus x is equal to minus f of x, so function is odd. In the end, I will say that knowledge sharing is a virtue, so you must share with others so that you can be a part. And sharing is not a big deal, but you can take the virtue from Allah. I will say that please like, subscribe and share my videos with others so that I can make a lot of videos for you. Jazakallah.